Hello again, Steve here with another little update on my bugout bag, which continues to come together. Bugout bag, for those of you who are not familiar, is a pack that one can survive with, a backpack normally, the one can survive with for a while. So it's kind of like survival gear. I kind of am intrigued by that, and it's I like getting out on the road and going for a walk, going trails overnight if I can. But one of the things that came to mind is, as I'm putting this together, because I realized everything I put in it is extra weight I got to carry. So if I can minimize the weight, and one of the ways I'm thinking I can do that is to just bear in mind everything that goes in there. If it can have multiple purposes, then it's great. And one of the things I'm toying with is, I've got most of the things in there, but I don't have a lot of good rain gear. If it get rain on really heavily, I'm kind of in trouble. I'm kind of vulnerable in that respect right now. So I'm wondering whether to go with the poncho style rain gear, which is like a big huge poncho that you can even throw right over on top of your backpack. Because in a heavy rainstorm, no matter how well waterproof these backpacks are, of course, there's stuff going to get through the seams and you're going to get wet contents, almost for certain. So you either got to do one or two things. I got to have a poncho over it, or I got to have a separate liner that goes on top of the backpack. And then in that case, I got to have a separate set of rain gear and pants and everything. But the nice thing I like about the poncho is it can also be used as a tarp. So for setting up a quick shelter or an extra shelter on top of the bivy sack, top of the tent, or as a sunshade if it's necessary. It has that extra use, whereas you think about rain pants, they don't really have much use. A rain jacket even, still got to kind of have another jacket, because the thing about rain gear is that no matter how they make it, it seems like you sweat inside if you leave it on when it's not raining. So you might as well, now it becomes you raining inside instead of outside. So I just thinking that if anybody's got any comments on it, it's I think this relates to our life in terms of quality of life as well. If we want to be minimalists at times in our life, which is kind of freeing in a way, we don't have so many things to tend to. If we can have multiple uses, ideally, for the things that we have, then we can go farther with each thing, so we don't need as many things. For example, I find that pretty much all I need is a spoon to eat. Don't really need a knife, although I can use a knife, the same knife that I use to cook with, a steak knife or a bread knife or something. But forks, not really that relevant, not really that necessary for me if I chop stuff up. So once again, in the baby sack, just a spoon, actually a spork. It's a spoon with little wee prongs on it. So once again, it's both. So there's multiple purposes there. And I'll have one knife that'll be used for that and cutting down twigs and fighting off bears. So it's a matter of trying to get multiple purposes out of each item, so therefore I can become the minimalist on my back, minimal things on my back, and therefore be more effective, and more effective helps me to improve my quality of life. Any comments? What do you think? Bivy sack, it's coming together. I have been able to hike almost 30K in one day with it without much effort, and I continue to add and refine it, and hopefully I'll get to the point where I've got it where I want it, for now anyway. Once again, great chatting. Talk again soon. Bye for now.